Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. I want to talk about 4 questions. These are 4 big questions, real big major questions. So let's get into them. Let's ask them, and you can ponder these questions for the day. First question is, who am I? Who am I? Ask yourself that. Who am I? Ask yourself that when you're alone. Ask yourself that right when you get out of the shower and you're looking in the mirror. Who am I? You're not your job. Men like to think they're their job. I've been this way. And people say, who are you? And I say, oh, I'm Sky. I own Sinister City Motorcycles. I'm a biker, a custom motorcycle builder, whatever, right? And so I would always describe myself for many years. And I identified with my motorcycle shop, with my job. I got it tattooed on me. Everybody knows that's what I'm about. I wear the t-shirts every single day. Hang out with my guys every day. And I still have the shop, but it's been a roller coaster ride, and his business has gone down, and it has gone down for several reasons. COVID, Biden, there's a lot of reasons why the motorcycle industry is down. I've realized I'm not my shop. People would even call me Mr. Sinister. My shop is Sinister City Motorcycles. I'm not my job. And people can argue it for me. I have people that argue it for me. Oh, well, it's such a big part of your life, and it's kind of like who you are. No, it's not. And I really realized this as business has gone down, that I have a lot more to me than just this motorcycle shop. What if the motorcycle industry fails? We don't have electric bikes on the horizon. That's not the future of the motorcycle industry. Nobody's trying to build or sell electric motorcycles yet. I mean, I know Harley has that one live wire bullshit bike. I've talked about that in a previous episode. It's not the future for the motorcycle industry. We don't have new ridership. That's a big deal. The Motorcycle Industry Council is worried about right now is how do we get new riders. The Gen Z is not buying motorcycles. Millennials didn't buy motorcycles. Gen X, my generation, only 1% of Gen X bought motorcycles. The rest of my whole generation sat around jacking off to internet porn or whatever the hell you guys do with your lives. So my industry is failing, and I can't stop it. And does that mean that I turn into nothing? Does that mean that I'm a shell of a man? Does that mean that I have no identity anymore? Do I just jump off a fucking bridge because the motorcycle industry is gone? Everything I've ever done, I've ever worked for, is now gone or gonna be gone? I know a lot of people that are thinking about this. I know a lot of men my age and older who are in the motorcycle industry who are sitting there with fucking guns on the table looking at them thinking, man, well, what do I do now? What the fuck do I do now? I'm telling you, you're not your job. You're more than your job. So that's the first question, is who am I? Second question, where am I from? People used to say this in the streets, it's not about where you're at, it's where you're from. And then people switched it. We said that for years. It's not about where you're at, it's where you're from. And people had these areas that they were from that they felt that they were tied to. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from DC. I'm from Southside Philly, whatever. People had these areas that they would rep. I'm from Compton. I'm from the Flats. And that identified who you are. People get their neighborhood tattooed on them. Where you're from is everything. People get their neighborhoods tattooed on them, the county that they're from tattooed on them, the state that they're from tattooed on them. You can tell everything about this guy just from his tattoos. Where he's from is everything to him. That used to be where it was. And then they switched it to it's where you're at. So then where you're from didn't matter anymore, and it was all about where you're at. But where are you from? That's a good question. Where are you from? That's the first thing that people ask you when you get up into prison out west. It's the first thing a motherfucker's going to ask you is, what's your name, where are you from? I'm going to tell them I'm Sky from LA. But where you're from is more than just where your heart lies with your nostalgia, where you grew up. It's more than just where your friends are or where your family is. Where you're from is an existential question. I mean, you can keep expanding it and expanding it out. I'm from this block. I'm from this side of this block. I'm from this side of town. I'm from this city. I'm from this state. I'm from this country. I'm from this planet. I'm from this part of the galaxy. Where are you from? What about before you were born? Who were you before you were born, and where did you come from? You came out of your mother's womb, but where were you before that? Where are you from? Let's go to the next one. Why did you come here? That's a question for you. You can ask yourself. These are questions you ask yourself. Whatever your first answer is most likely wrong. You have to ask yourself these questions over and over again. Why did you come here? What's your purpose here? What are you doing here? You didn't have to come here. You know how many different sperm were fighting their way to your mother's egg? But you made it. You know how many babies die in their mother's bellies? How many mothers decide to go get abortions? Why'd you come here? You can ask yourself that all the way down the line. Why did you come to Earth? Think about where you live. Why did you come there? Why did you come here? Ask yourself that until you have an answer. The last question is, what is my true potential? Your potential is what you're going to do in the future. The potential that you have is always in the future. Your potential isn't what you've already done. Your true potential isn't what you've accomplished, and I don't care what you've accomplished. Because by definition, your potential isn't the past. It isn't what's already happened. Your potential is what's going to happen. What is your true potential? Is it your greatness? We kind of think of your potential as being positive. But it's just really a possibility. What is your true possibilities? Are you living up to your potential? If you're born for greatness, then why aren't you great? I know when we think about our potential, usually what blocks us is excuses. I was going to be this, I was going to be that, and then we have all these excuses. Think about the mindset that you had before all the excuses started coming into play. Before you started seeing all the obstacles, and all you used to see was the goal. Sure, those are eyes of a dreamer, but you can't let your cynicism and your failures sour your path, sour your journey. You stumble once along the path because you weren't paying attention, because you made a wrong move. You still got more to go. You can't walk the rest of that saying, well, this sucks because I slipped back there 3 years ago, 10 years ago. I slipped and fell, so this sucks. Therefore, kind of ruining the whole path, ruining any potential, any possibilities of anything fun happening, of anything amazing happening. You walk through life with blinders on, with your head down, depressed and solitary and alone, giving up on your potential, of any potential that you have. Ask yourself this every single day when you wake up. What is my true potential? It's all food for thought.